Greetings, folks. How y'all doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Just wanted to show you yet another historic day in the state of Maryland. And I wanted to start off by showing you this traffic jam at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge caused by you know who, the Dali. The Dali still causing more pain and suffering to the people of this state. Because if I was sitting in that traffic right now and I was on my way to the beach, I would be so pissed because of this stupid boat. All this for this stupid boat. I mean, it's unbelievable. And here it comes. There it is. And if you'll notice, there are no cars on the bridge as the Dali approaches. And I also found out that there is a 500-yard safety zone maintained around this ship. Now you see the Coast Guard cutter there in the upper left, right there, the white boat, upper left, there to maintain the 500-yard safety zone around the Dali, which is also why I could not get close down there close today to Fort Armistead or any place else to get a good live close shot of this. Now I understand precautions and safety and all that, but come on, what's going to happen? It's going to blow up or something? I mean, or what's it going to hit the bridge or something with cars on it? I doubt it, with all these boats pulling it. I mean, escorting it and all that. And they're going very slow. If you check my other video I just put up, it's called So Long, Bitch. I sped that one up pretty good, pretty fast. This one I'm leaving at a regular time. I mean, look how slow they're going. What's going to happen? But anyway, I understand precautions and all that. Also, I would like to mention that after looking at this video and looking at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, which was built in 1952, I'm now noticing and thoroughly understanding that both of these bridges, this one and the Key Bridge, are antiquated. And I knew they were old, but I didn't realize they were this antiquated. Now look what happened when we pull back here. You'll notice, now I thought that the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, for some reason, was higher. than the Key Bridge, but it looks to be about the same. And also you'll notice that the distance between the main bridge supports in the center of the channel, that distance is not as wide as I thought it was. And I've gone over this bridge many times, and I've driven boats underneath it, and it looks really big and high up enough for all these ships that come through every day, which it's done since 1952. But when I was down near the Dali a couple weeks ago, I met a guy who was an engineer. He worked on the NS Savannah, and he was telling me about a thing called wind draft. Now, I called it air draft in my other video, but I believe it's called wind draft. And that is the distance from the very top of the ship, which is the radar unit. You'll see it spinning, that radar on top. And it's the distance between the very top of the ship and the surface of the water, the surface. And I also found out that these ships have to be fully loaded to get under these bridges. Sometimes, believe it or not, they have to go out on low tide to get under these bridges. And the reason being is that these bridges were built a long time ago, and they were not built for these huge, gigantic container ships. These ships, I also found out, it just came around 2010. These gigantic container ships. And as you'll see right now, as this is coming underneath this bridge, the Dali is coming under this bridge, I thought it was much higher for some reason. And you'll see here that radar, it almost looks like it's going to hit that bridge. And I mentioned that in the video I did 2 years ago. When I videotaped the other cargo ship, MSG, going under the Key Bridge, and I said, one of my comments was, geez, I hope that it doesn't hit the top, that radar doesn't hit the bridge. You know, obviously that doesn't happen, but it comes pretty close. Now watch this. I mean, right there, it looks like, right there. See where that radar is, and the surface down to the surface of the water. That's a bit closer than I thought it was. And if they're not loaded, the engineer told me if these aren't fully loaded with these containers, that radar is going to hit the top of that. That's going to hit that bridge. And look at this bridge. The width of these main bridge supports, the Key Bridge being 700 feet, and this bridge, Chesapeake Bay Bridge, looks like it's about the same, 700 feet. In my opinion, that's not wide enough. Laws of physics tell you basically that that's not wide enough to account for accidents. And also, in my opinion, the law of averages tells you that This has to happen once in the 47 years that the Key Bridge existed. It has to happen one time. An accident. Like that one that we all saw. That brought down the Key Bridge. Law of averages tells you it has to happen at least one time. But the thing with the Key Bridge is, it only takes one time to bring it down. And guess what? This bridge is the same too. It only takes one time. And you have a catastrophe on your hands. So, in conclusion, in my opinion, I think they got some serious bridge building they got to do in the state of Maryland. Bridge updating. Big time. If you're going to keep bringing these huge container ships in, something's got to happen here, you know? Let me know what your comments are. And thanks a lot for watching. And so long, Dali. Good riddance. And if I was sitting in that traffic, boy, would I be pissed.